What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. This show is presented by Dat Chat. You know we love Dat Chat. You could talk on there with your friends. No screen recording, no screenshotting. We also have the Chicks in the Office group, the Cutting Stems group. Everything you need to talk about the show is on Dat Chat. So go to datchat.com/barstool, find out more info, download the app, and we love to talk to you guys on there. How are we doing today, Fran?
No Bachelor episode tonight. So Cutting Stems group, I hope they're okay because very active on a Monday night. I'm gonna have to talk about something else tonight. Summer House is back, so that's
Fuck yes.
I know. Pumped about that.
I'm so excited for Summer House. Right now, I feel like an 80-year-old woman. I don't know what's happening with me.
We're playing through the pain today.
I don't want people to diagnose me and scare me. Like, don't come into my DMs and tell me what you think is wrong with me, please, because that will only freak me out. I have a back pain, right? A lower back pain. I have a bad back. I've talked about this before. I go to the chiropractor, whatever. I have a lower back pain that when I move, it radiates to my lower abdomen. I have lower abdominal pain.
Mm-hmm.
And some might say maybe that's a UTI. So I started taking UTI medicine because whatever, my aunt prescribed it to me. I started taking it today. So we'll see what happens. But it's causing me to act like an 80-year-old woman. I'm like, I can't get out of bed. It's like slow movements. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like hunched over. Every time I emphasize something like right there, I just said hunched over, like I get pain. And it's not even just like, it's not, I can't even describe it as like, I don't even know if it's a pain or like severe soreness. I don't know what it is, but it's really bothering me and I want it to go away. And that's really how I feel right now. I just want this pain to go away, whatever it is.
I almost thought about taking like a knife to the side of my tongue and just like cut off a part of my tongue this morning. Let's talk about my problems now too. And it's just I'm a very anxious sleeper. Like my jaw locks, I wake up and like to like open my mouth, it hurts. Like I know that I'm like grinding my teeth. I have a night guard. I have all this stuff. I'm an anxious sleeper. It's just the way I am. And sometimes I bite the side of my tongue when I'm sleeping. And after I do that, and it turns into a sore, and now I have this on the side of my tongue that if I sound weird through these topics, it's because it hurts so bad to talk. So bad.
You texted me yesterday. You're like, I have a lisp right now.
Well, my mom called me and she was like, what is wrong with you? Like, what? Because I was trying to talk without having to move my tongue. Impossible. Don't try it. Doesn't work.
Yeah, you need your tongue.
Yeah. She was like, are you good? You sound so weird. I was like, I got this stupid sore. And it's like just the pain stuff, that you can put on sores.
Yeah.
When they're on your tongue, it just doesn't work as well because you need it to kind of like be dry, the spot to be dry, to like actually put the medicine on it. Your tongue's never dry. It's just
no, it's not. It's not dry, and you don't want to dry it off.
It's tough. We are playing through the pain today.
I want to say this though, because I feel like people will be like, you guys complain a lot. Like, oh my God, we heard about Noah's dentist visit last week, and now you guys are talking about these pains. Can I just say, you guys hear from us 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Think about how often you experience something, but nobody's listening to you talk about it 3 times. Nobody's listening to you guys that much. So, of course, you're going to hear us complain about some sort of pain at some point in our lives. I want that out there before people are like, we don't want to hear about your pain. It's like, we're going to experience pain at some point. You guys hear from us so many times a week, you're going to hear about it.
I'm normally fine. I have the fucking canker sores kill me.
Canker sores are very annoying. And
I have my diet is way too acidic. That's my problem.
And I have a back of an 80-year-old, so I don't know what's going on here. But besides that, besides that, more on a pop culture topic.
Anyway,
I'm getting pissed off. So obviously Euphoria is back. We watch Euphoria. I won't spoil anything from last night. Don't worry if you haven't watched it. My TikTok for you page, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, is filled with all Euphoria TikToks. It's all about Euphoria, okay? For some reason, people can't just watch this damn show. And I'm all for theories. I love trying to figure out what's going to happen next. I'm very open to all the theories. But the way these people criticize the characters of this show as if it is real life is actually kind of concerning me.
yeah.
It's genuinely concerning me the way that they are like treating Sydney Sweeney and Alexa Demi and all these people. I'm like, you do realize we're watching a TV show, right? Like they're like, how can you defend Sydney Sweeney? It's like, what is going on right now?
Right. They're acting like it's reality TV.
Right. And like they are hating these characters with so much passion as if it's a real TV show and I'm a real life thing. And it's actually starting to frustrate me. Like, I'm so sick of these TikToks on my page. I just want to watch the show and enjoy it. And I don't understand why people are taking everything so literal. I saw the dumbest TikTok the other day about this. So stupid, right? You know the song in the first episode when Nate and Cassie are in the car, she's hanging out the window. There's a song that's playing, right?
I don't remember what song it is, but yeah.
I don't even, it doesn't even matter what song it was.
Okay.
I'll tell you, okay?
Okay.
Doesn't even matter what song it was. There's all these TikToks like, why would Nate be playing this song while they're in the car? Nate wasn't playing that song. They're putting this song in as a soundtrack to the TV show. Like, I'm like, how can people be so stupid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're editing this song into the TV show for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Nate was probably playing some fucking rap music on the way to the party. Like,
this is actually, I wrote a whole essay about this in film school. It's actually the difference between diegetic and non-diegetic sound. I won't get into it, but
no, I'd actually love to hear a little bit more.
No, it's pretty much what you just said. Like,
it means like what is actually playing in the film.
Like non-diegetic, I'm pretty sure is what's the characters are actually hearing. Diegetic, it's just what the viewer is seeing.
Thank you. So it's like the song that they put in was to cause a dramatic effect in that scene and make us feel something. They were not listening to that song.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would Nate be playing that song? It's like, he wasn't fucking playing the song. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just a bunch of kids watching the show and they're taking everything too literal.
And if it is, they shouldn't be.
They should not be. It's not a kid show.
It's not a kid show. Zendaya made that very clear at the beginning of the season. Like, FYI, guys, mature audience, there's a lot of very serious topics. Definitely not for the younger crowd. But I bet that, it's impossible to totally control that. So you're going to get some younger viewers who are fans of all of those people. But yeah,
and some stupid theories.
Maybe you should just make TikToks yourself. Like, you should just start duetting all these people, being like, stupid.
I was thinking about doing that. I haven't posted a TikTok in months, probably since October. I was like, I think I'm going to come back because I'm way too frustrated with what's going on this app right now about how they're taking everything in the show so literal. They're like, wait a second. Rue is an unreliable narrator. So is what we're watching actually happening? It's like, you think that we're watching a fake thing right now? Like, they're going to, at the end of all this, be like, nah, none of this happened. I'll lose my fucking mind if that's the case. If they're like, yeah, no, Rue, she was fucked up the whole time. She's unreliable. Like, they're taking that.
I actually don't hate that. I kind of don't hate that theory.
I think that they're taking the term unreliable narrator way too literal. Like,
yeah,
they wouldn't create a whole fake show just I don't know. It just frustrated me. Whatever. Let's get into the topics. Let's get into today's show.
I just want to throw out there as well, before we get into the topics, that it is Betty White's This Is the Day. It's her 100th birthday. And there is a challenge trending right now that's very nice. It's the Betty White challenge. It's tons of people are donating to like their local animal shelters in her honor, because she was a big advocate for, animal rescues and things like that. So in honor of Betty, think about perhaps participating today. That would be nice.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into today's show. We will be talking about, and I know everyone's sick of hearing about the same topics, but sometimes there's updates.
Nobody else is doing anything.
Nobody else is doing anything. It's all the media's covering.
And Kanye's doing the most.
Kanye West is top. So Kanye West, he was trying to get invited to Chicago and Stormi's birthday party. He also made a song rapping about Pete Davidson. Jamie Lynn Spears and Britney Spears were going at it all weekend long. And Hunter Schafer and Dominic Fike, both from Euphoria, were seen holding hands. So people are speculating that they're dating. We also had a lovely interview with Carl and Kyle from Summer House. They were both awesome, and we love sitting down with them in person. I love when people come in person now. And we also have a great game of trivia. So let's get into it, starting off with Kanye West. So obviously Kanye's back at it again. Who knows what the fuck is going on? He released a song on Friday, and
but it was only like for a day, right? Like the song was out for like a day. Or is it not out?
It's still out.
It's still out?
It's on Spotify and everything.
It's okay. I saw some things that was like he's just putting it out for one day.
So he releases this song. He's basically dissing his children. Like it sounds like a diss track on his kids. He talks about he was saved from the crash, because obviously we know he got into a very bad car accident when he was younger. It's what Through the Wire is about. He was saved from the crash to beat Pete Davidson's ass, which is one of the corniest lines I've ever heard in rap ever. And then he's rapping about Julia Fox. I don't know what's going on. Now he's making videos. This weekend it was Stormi and Chicago's birthday party. He's making videos trying to find the birthday party. He wasn't invited. They won't let him into the party. It's like, what the hell is going on? And why does Julia Fox not realize she's being used as a pawn in his game right now? Why does Julia Fox think that Kanye West is genuinely in love and whatever's going on? Because he's not. Straight up, there's no way that Kanye is just like totally enamored by Julia Fox and is like totally in love with her. He's trying to get Kim Kardashian back in every single way, and it's quite obvious.
Yeah, it's when these things start to happen is when I feel like I get into a little worried about Kanye, worried about his actions here. I don't, things are just spiraling a little bit, where it feels like we're in a spiral stage right now, which is never good. He's doing these interviews with Hollywood Unlocked. He's friends with the guy, I guess, at Hollywood Unlocked. And so instead of like posting on his own social stories and whatnot, like he's filming them, talking, and I guess sending them to Hollywood Unlocked. He's like, hey, everyone, Travis let me into the birthday party. Travis Scott gave him the address. And then he got there, and security, Kylie, let him in with the security. Because he was also telling the story about how security wouldn't let him into that Kim's house, taking North home. North wanted him to come inside, and security wouldn't let him. And he was like, the boyfriend's inside, this whole thing. Sources close to Kim say Pete has not met the children. Pete hasn't been in the house. These things haven't even happened yet. But it's so much. And Kelly, I was talking to Keegs about this weekend, because she made a good point also. She was like, does Kanye not know how divorce works? Like, you can't just walk into your ex-wife's house whenever you want. That's not a thing that happens when you get divorced. You can't just be like, it's my kids live here, so I can just come in whenever. No, unfortunately, that is not how it works. So yeah, it seems like he is insinuating a lot of things and thinking a lot of things about what's going on with Kim and Pete, and it's just not like that. And yeah, and of course, he also brought up the buying the house across the street, that the media spun that as a stalker move, a crazy move, and he's like, I just want to be close to my kids. It's like I said, we're getting the most from Kanye right now, the most.
Yeah, we really are. And honestly, what people are thinking about Kanye is true. Like, he rapped about buying the house next to Kim. Like,
Yeah.
these are all real things that are happening that he's aware of and he's putting out there himself. And I don't know. I think that Julia Fox needs to save herself. I think she's coming across like a real fool. And I don't think she needs to be putting herself in this position. But she is, because
she loves it. No one's ever talked about Julia Fox this much before, ever.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she's putting herself in this position. People are talking about her. She's getting a lot of PR, all this. But, like, it's not going to be good for her in the end. It's really not going to be good for her. I mean, it's going to be good for her in terms of like notoriety and people knowing who she is, and maybe she'll get more films from this and whatever.
Yeah.
But in terms of her and Kanye, that is not going to end well. It is going to be bad.
No, but for her, I mean, it's all about the dollar signs too, just the more she's out there with Kanye, the more people know her name, the more opportunities she's going to get, ad deals. People are going to, pay her for wearing their products or modeling their products, all these things. And she'll probably make more money from it. And she's also she's on a weekly update with Interview Magazine, like every week. She's like, hey, I'm going to call you guys up and let you know about like my latest dates with Kanye. They're like, okay. So I don't know. It's a lot. And also like Kanye, if Kim feels that you guys can do it and work and have it be pleasant, like, of course he should be at Chicago's birthday. That it's her dad, but like, if it's decided that things are a little off the rails and it's maybe not best for the children to have the drama at the birthday or things like that, then you get it. But at the end of the day,
but it's like
he made it to the birthday.
He put that song out like the night before, like threatening to Pete Davidson's ass, and then he's like wondering why they're not going to let him into this party. Like,
yeah. You're right, friend. A little worried about Kanye.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. It's just a lot because now, like, you get, I feel for Kim. It's a lot. I just feel like it's a lot to balance with the children, with Pete, as much as, that's lower on the priority list, but it's still something that, yeah, it's like, oh, he walks in, like, what do you say? Like, hey, great song. Thanks for the shout out. It's he mentioned Courtney in the song. Like, it's just everything. I don't know. It's all a lot. It's all a lot. And I really would like to not have them do something so we can maybe go a couple episodes without having to discuss it. Just have a quiet few days. That's the one thing nice about Wednesdays with The Bachelor, even though now we don't have an episode this week for The Bachelor, is that Wednesdays is like, we just got to worry about The Bachelor. But it's every day.
I'm fucking sick of Kanye. I really am.
It's every day. It's too much.
Although I can't wait to see him perform at Coachella.
Yeah. Yeah. Just start planning that.
Yeah. Go take some time to focus. Because if he keeps this up, he's not going to perform at Coachella. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Here on Chicks in the Office that we don't cook too often, all right? We're not in the kitchen chefing it up every day and night like Fran's boyfriend may be doing. We're just not doing that, okay? And that's why we always find those great solutions. This time we're talking about Every Plate. Every Plate has some of the best meals, affordable meal kits that could be delivered to your door. And let me read some of them off to you, okay? Because these are some really, really good meals. You got the crispy buffalo ranch chicken, which obviously we love. That comes with mashed potatoes. Delicious meal, ready in 35 minutes. You can get the creamy coconut chickpea curry. I love like anything having to do, I don't like coconut drinks, but like any food having to do with like a little bit of coconut just gets me going, like a coconut shrimp. So this coconut chickpea curry, delicious. You also get the gooey stuffed pork burgers, lots of stuff having to do with mashed potatoes, which you know I love. You got the flatbreads, so many different options. You can also get salads, different veggie sandwiches. So many great options to choose from with Every Plate and their weekly menus. Every Plate is 50% cheaper than a meal made from grocery store ingredients, making it easy to save money. And meal planning can feel like an endless to-do list, right? You're at the beginning of the week. I got a meal plan for this week. Now with Every Plate, it provides easy to follow recipe cards and pre-portioned ingredients so you can spend less time preparing and more time just cooking the meal. Boom, 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 quick and easy. Right now, you could try Every Plate for just $1.79 per meal, which is actually insane. You can go to everyplate.com and enter code CHICKS179. So get started with Every Plate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code CHICKS179. Let Every Plate plan, shop, and deliver everything you need to cook a delicious meal at a delightful price right to your door. So once again, get started with Every Plate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and enter code CHICKS179. Now back to Jamie Lynn and Britney Spears, who we also can't stop talking about. These two are going at each other all weekend long. Britney Spears is posting notes apps about Jamie Lynn and her interviews. We're a lot of knife talk. Like I have no idea.
It's literally just left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook.
Britney Spears hates Jamie Lynn Spears so much, and Jamie Lynn Spears seems to be a
Britney called her scum.
Called her scum. I wish she called her a scumbag. Imagine Britney Spears calling Jamie Lynn Spears a scumbag. That's just amazing. But
I'm just picturing it like out loud, like in her voice, like the Britney voice. Sister's just a scumbag.
On top of that, Nicole from Zoe 101 is posting about how Jamie Lynn Spears is a liar. So if all these people are calling Jamie Lynn Spears a liar, I think maybe we have to believe that Jamie Lynn Spears is a liar. Like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
And you know what really has pissed me off? Because yes, we are very much living in like previously on Spears versus Spears. This is like every week. And it's just, I can't get past Jamie Lynn now posting the stories like, Britney, we have to end this. Like, this is embarrassing to be doing this in public like this. Like, just call me. Like, let's talk. Like, whatever. Basically trying to blame Britney for bringing this into the media and bringing this into the public eye. Like, Britney, this now this is embarrassing. Jamie Lynn, JL, you wrote the book. You're on the press tour. You are bringing up old stories and old memories and all these things where like you're claiming these stories happened. And this is the first time in years, decades, Britney has been allowed to actually speak on her own behalf. And she's like, well, now I can actually like refute some of these claims that people are making about me. And this time it's my own sister. Like, they're talking about that, like I said last week, that story with the knife, like they were in the house with the knife. Brittany's like, why would you ever say that? It's just something that I would never do. Like, and they're going back and forth. It went all weekend long. The Instagram stories, the notes apps, and like I said, Jamie Lynn trying to end it by saying like, this is embarrassing. Let's take this offline. It's like, you put it online. You put it online first.
What I don't get is how And I know these people exist, right? Pathological liars, they do very much exist in this world.
Yeah.
How does someone come up with that? How does Jamie Lynn come up with that story about Britney Spears with the knives? I just don't get it. Like, I think that
Either that or like they just, or, they have very different memories of what was actually happening.
that's what I'm saying, which would be one of them would be a liar.
Yeah.
And I think that Jamie Lynn Spears is lying, right? But do I think that Britney Spears 100% has her head on straight? No.
Yeah.
Like, I think we have to remember that as well. Yes, I'm Team Britney. I'm all for Britney. I want Britney to be okay. But there's no way that somebody who has been, and this is not her fault, but that somebody who has been under a conservatorship and has been treated the way that she's been treated for all these years has her head on straight as well. You don't just come out of that like, boom, I'm okay. Like, clearly she's going to be going through some shit as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So Alexa Nicholas is who was on Zoe 101. And we've talked about this before. If you don't know, on Zoe 101, there's tons of claims that, Jamie Lynn bullied her. It was a terrible environment for her, et cetera, et cetera. She's been asked about, I guess she's been approached for comments on Jamie Lynn's book, and she had felt like they had maybe put some stuff in the past. But she said, I'm going to read it because it says a lot. She wrote, so I got a lot of messages about Jamie Lynn Spears' new book, eye roll emoji. I was pretty surprised to see her lying up a storm in there. I recently thought we were fine after she tried to use me in her Zoe 101 music video to make herself look better after I finally came out about what happened to me while on set, being left out once again during the reunion reboot ploy. To be honest, it took her a while. I'm guessing the pressure from others made her address the issue. I declined her offer. Why now? But I was happy to get an apology finally, so I forgave her. I unfollowed her shortly after because I felt that the whole Britney Spears family situation was deeply saddening, and once again, I felt Jamie was being fake. Her reaching out all of a sudden felt insincere. Fast forward to a few days ago, she reaches out to me asking if she could send me a quote-unquote gift, which I thought was super bizarre after hearing the day before her sister unfollowed her. I have no idea what is going on over there with her, but I want absolutely nothing to do with it. Typical move for a bully to play the victim card / gaslight others while straight up lying. I responded to her and said, please do not send me anything and please stop contacting me. She never addressed anything that she mentioned in the book to me personally because she knows everything she is saying is a total lie, and I would have called her out on that 101. It's sad to see someone not change after all these years. Nothing that she said in her book about me actually happened. I wish I could go back in time and tell my 12-year-old self that you are actually extremely lucky to not have a friend like her. You are way better off without her. You don't need toxic people in your life like that, and you deserve better. And that's the truth on that. I don't mind saying all the things I should say for free. Killer, good last line. And she tagged Jamie Lynn in her caption, wrote at Jamie Lynn Spears, forget all your crocodile tears and unfollow me. And then the Zoe 101. Oh.
So her posting that, I think, is more evidence to back up Jamie Lynn's lying about other things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because why would she? And I trust her because it's like she has really nothing to gain from this.
Yeah.
She's just like, she's lying. She's just making things up about what happened. And I feel bad for her. And I think that Jamie Lynn maybe needs to take a little step out of the spotlight, stop writing books, stop putting lies out there, and take a little rest and reflect on what's going on in her life. Because we said the last episode, like, Jamie Lynn's life was not easy either. I'm sure she was manipulated. Mm-hmm. Tons of things happened to her. I feel bad for her in some way as well. But you can't be out here lying about all these things.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, there's enough of an age difference, Jamie Lynn and Britney, where it is very possible that things from when they were younger, they don't have the same story because they remember it differently. It affected them in different ways. That is something that happens in families all the time. I remember stuff being 5 years older than my sister. Then she, like, going back and telling stories. She's like, that's not what happened. I'm like, yeah, it's like we just, you remember things differently. So it is very possible that a lot of these family traumas and stories that they both share and are valid for both of them, there's somewhere in the middle of like what actually happened, and they remember different things. But yeah, I mean, this is when you write a whole book about it and talk about it publicly, and you can openly talk about Britney's state of mind when she was going through the worst times of her life. But now you can't, you say, oh, well, I can't speak on her state of mind. It's like, it's ridiculous. Possible new on-set romance. It was only a matter of time on a set like Euphoria that you could see some people pairing up. There are some rumors that Hunter Schafer and Dominic Fike are dating, seeing each other. I don't know how serious, but we just got pictures this weekend of them out together holding hands. There's been a lot of Dumois sightings of the two of them together. He apparently played a show at Penn State recently. She was there, which I just, she's going to Penn State to see him play. And there was a lot of like back and forth of, well, are they just really good friends? Is it more than that? Is it not more than that? But it wasn't just a normal, not normal. That's not the right word. It wasn't just like a casual hand holding, like a friend hand hold, one of these. You're not interlocking your fingers. They were interlocked.
Yeah, I think that they might be dating, which is funny considering the storyline of the season with these characters. But I don't see why not. I don't see why they couldn't be dating.
No, I agree. So this has made me and just Euphoria starting look into Dominic Fike a little bit more. I didn't really know who he was. I had heard the name, like music wise, but did not know too much about him. And obviously he's new to this season, second season of Euphoria. And he is incredibly talented. I'm just like, not to be like cliche, because of course he is, like, he's famous for these reasons, but his like music wise, he's really, really talented, and like he can play all these instruments. It's just I think I was reading that when he was like 10 years old, he like got a guitar and like picked it up like that. So he's just one of those guys that it's just in his blood,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're both cool people, and I'm interested in seeing more of them. And obviously, we just love Euphoria, and any on-set romances that we can get out of this show, I'm for it.
This is why I remember. I was like, why did his name always sound so familiar? Is because he was featured on a Justin Bieber song from Justice. I forgot about that. Die for You. On Justice. I forgot about that. And I was like, because the name, I was like, why does that sound so familiar? So yes, he's been in the music world for a long time. He has a lot of like very diehard fans, people that love him because he's been doing this for a while, and he's young. He's 25 and 25, 26. And so obviously this is a very big thing, Euphoria wise, because I think it's like really his first dive into acting. I don't think he has not done any other acting projects.
Yeah, I don't think we obviously haven't seen him before, but I think that his role in Euphoria this season is going to be important. Yeah. And I'm interested to see where this goes, what happens between these two, because to me it just seems like they're probably dating.
Yeah, 100%. And of course it's like it is the classic teen drama show. I mean, obviously theirs is a little more elevated, but like the teen drama show with a cast of beautiful people where eventually there is going to be at least one actual couple.
Relationships are going to happen.
Yes, it's bound to happen. And this seems like the first legit one that we're going to see publicly. I'm into it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game 27, and we are joined by the lovely Sarah and Nikki, who tried to win us over and bamboozle us before the show started into us losing already. I'm kidding. They are very sweet.
No, very sweet. We're just getting emotional.
Yeah, we were getting emotional before that, and
Get your head in the game, Ria.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my head in the game, but I have a big heart, and they're selling me on this. But Sarah and Nikki, we are so happy to have you guys on the show. You guys were roommates, but you guys are also best friends, and we're happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. So happy. Thank you for having us.
All right. We are so excited. We're going to run through the rules, 15 questions. They're going to be, whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. If you get the question wrong, the other team can steal the point. Noah will pick a movie. We will guess the Rotten Tomato score. And whoever is closest will get to go first. Just kick us off. So we'll alternate. You guys, Sarah, Nikki, you guys each have your number, and we'll alternate picks here until whoever is closest. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is The Disaster Artist.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Artist. I never actually watched this.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't watch any of the movies I pick.
You guys go first.
Randomly.
Or one of you go first.
Yeah.
I'll go. It's like a comedy, so I'll do like 32.
I'm going to go 73.
I will go 54.
I mean, was it not like didn't it win an Academy Award? Or am I making that up?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. Wasn't this
I'm
like an
pretty sure it was
award-winning movie? I feel like
nominated.
critics did critics love this movie?
Yes.
You went, what was your number again?
73.
And then they both went lower. Strategically, I should just go really low.
I gotta start putting a time limit on these.
Yeah, I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna go 91.
91.
Wow.
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's go.
I have been on my game with
You
these.
really have been.
Yeah. And it won an Academy Award. I mean,
I'm not sure.
It was definitely
it's
nominated.
definitely nominated for a Best Picture.
It was nominated of some sort.
I'm not, I think it might have
It
won.
won Best Adapted Screenplay.
Oh, okay.
Or I think it was nominated. I don't know if it
Okay.
won.
Nominated?
Yeah,
Okay.
It was definitely nominated for some awards.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. All right. Wow. Off to a hot start. 91. Fuck yeah.
Hot start.
I'm excited for you.
It won a Golden Globe.
I'm excited for us.
I won a Golden Globe. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Still haven't seen it.
All right. Question number 1 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Taylor from Lincoln, Nebraska. List these actors from most episodes of American Horror Story to least.
I'm useless on this.
Jessica Lange, Evan Peters, Sarah Paulson, Kathy Bates.
Most Evan
Sarah
Peters.
Paulson was on a lot of seasons,
Yes.
right? Too.
They all were.
Yeah.
Evan Peters, I would say the most. Jessica Lange, Kathy Bates. I'm gonna go
10
Kathy
seconds.
Bates last. I'll go Evan Peters, Sarah Paulson, Jessica Lange, Kathy Bates.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
To Sarah and
Nikki,
Nikki.
this is all you.
I love HS. I'm gonna go Sarah Paulson mostly. Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, Jessica Lange, Kathy Bates. Final answer.
Incorrect as well.
Wow. That's what I would have guessed.
The correct answer is 1, Evan Peters. He was in
There you
100.
go. 100.
2, Sarah Paulson. She was in 96.
Just switch.
Other one switched.
Kathy Bates, 3, 58. Jessica Lange, 4, 53.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
So. All right. Still
You never
tough.
watched any of them?
Not a single
Neither have I.
episode.
Really? Murder House and Asylum, 2 of my favorite seasons of TV ever.
This is the thing. I like thrillers. I like scary stuff, but not necessarily TV.
You would really like. I genuinely think you would like Murder House a lot.
Is there any romance in these?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I would like
Specifically,
it.
the first one, please watch. You will really like.
What's the first one?
Murder House?
Murder House. Okay.
Sounds scarier than
I do
this.
like Evan Peters.
All right,
The
question
end
number
is a little.
Yeah.
Question number 2 to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Bailey from Des Moines, Iowa. Name 4 celebrities plus their alcohol brands.
Oh, Kendall Jenner and 818, and
What is 50 cents?
yeah. Well, I was gonna go. What's Matthew McConaughey's too? He has like and Ryan Reynolds has
10 seconds.
whiskey, Aviator whiskey, Aviator.
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner, 818. Who did you say?
2 seconds.
50 Cent, but I might be wrong.
Time is up.
Oh,
All right, to Ria and
Okay.
Fran.
So Nick Jonas, Villa One.
We got
Kendall Jenner,
Drink
818.
818.
50 Cent is effing vodka.
Is it really?
Yes.
And Ryan Reynolds is Aviation Gin.
aviation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, it's J.
Yep.
Dang.
I have a whole list here.
I mean,
there's
there's so many.
There's so many, yeah. We really
there's
could have
an
went
atrocious.
I
amount
would
of
have never
celebrity
mentioned
vodkas.
50 Cent, but she said 50
I know,
Cent.
I
I knew
know.
what it was.
Caitlin
so.
Bristow's on here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
you could have gone. I'm trying to think. Isn't Ciroc technically?
There's so many.
Yeah, there's tons.
Yeah.
Or who am I thinking? Casamigos
Yep. That's the Gerbers, right?
Oh,
and George Clooney.
dang.
Yeah.
All right. 1-0 Ria and Fran. This question's to them. Shout out Gina from Rocky Point, New York. Which one of these actors did not have a guest role in Modern Family? A. Kevin Hart, B. Elizabeth Banks, C. Chelsea Handler, D. Matthew Perry.
I want to. I've watched Modern Family, but I feel like Elizabeth Banks. Yes.
Yes.
Kevin Hart. What were the other ones? Kevin Hart.
A. Kevin
Chelsea
Hart,
Handler.
B. Elizabeth Banks, C. Chelsea Handler, D. Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry's so random that I feel like it has to be, or else I would pick Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
5
Chelsea
seconds.
Handler. Is Chelsea Handler ever on Modern Family? I don't think
Yeah,
Time
let's
is
go
up.
Chelsea Handler.
so. C. Chelsea Handler.
Correct.
Oh,
I only know that because we just had her on the
Yeah, I
show,
feel like we
and I
would've-
feel like we
we
would have,
did our
like when we were
research,
doing
yeah.
research, we would have come across her being on Modern Family.
I agree.
All right, 2-0 Ria and Fran. This question's to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Caroline from Long Island, who actually, Caroline from Long Island sent me like a billion really good questions, and I had to like space them out because I'm like, I could have used every one of her questions.
The
Shout out
entire
Long
show.
Island.
But
Hey,
she has a couple
if she
here,
wants to
I
keep doing
think.
that, we could do an entire
Caroline
from Long Island curated show.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out Caroline from Long Island. Name this year. Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling won the MTV Award for Best On-Screen Kiss. Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston got divorced. And Carrie Underwood won American Idol.
Nikki, I'm thinking 06. Because Jennifer and Pitt were married in like 02, I think. And I think they were only married or like 04 and only married for like 4 years.
10 seconds.
How do you feel about Carrie Underwood, Miss American Idol over there? 06?
5 seconds.
I'm trying to remember what grade I was in, so it's not coming to me. So we can go with
Time is up.
06.
Blue 2006.
Incorrect.
Dang.
I think
Or
it's
8?
no, I think it's later.
8?
I know
2008.
earlier. I think it's 2004.
2004.
I think it's 2004 because I'm just thinking.
Oh, what? That's when
I'm
the Notebook
thinking,
came out.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that. And I'm also thinking Carrie Underwood was what, season 3 winner? Season 3 or 4?
Let's go 2004.
I'm gonna go 2004. Final answer.
Incorrect. It's 2005.
Fuck.
Ah, right in between.
I was thinking when you said the Notebook came out in 2004, I was like, shit. Then is it 2005?
Did it come out in
Damn it.
2004?
I don't
What?
remember.
The Notebook?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Check.
It's one of. I mean, it's one of those.
The Notebook came out in 2004.
Yeah. Well, damn it.
Wow.
Close.
Wow.
Close.
All right, still 2-0. Ria and Fran, this question's to them. Shout out Taylor from Connecticut. What song earned Justin Bieber his first Grammy? A, Where Are You Now? B, Baby. C, Love Yourself. D, Despacito.
Baby, Where Are You Now? Love Yourself and Despacito. Shit.
10 seconds.
I kind of
want to say
Despacito.
Despacito. Yeah. Let's go. We both
Yeah.
are thinking that.
Yeah.
Let's go Despacito.
Incorrect.
Shit. Dang it.
All right, well, I'm glad that was deemed no.
I was gonna say not Despacito. So it's either.
Where are you now? And I don't think it's Baby. But
I was
like,
gonna say Love Yourself. That was my gut.
what kind of what Grammy would that get though? Like best song? I feel like that's not like a lot of lyrics though, but
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a very like
maybe
chill song.
too early. I don't think he won a Grammy.
5 seconds.
And Where Are You Now is like Skrillex and
All right, time is up.
all right. Love Yourself.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It's Where Are You Now?
It is. Wow.
It won,
Really? It
um,
win like
wow.
best
won
dance or song or something?
Best dance recording.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Dang.
I was thinking "Love Yourself"
Great
because
song.
like Ed Sheeran wrote it
Yeah.
and maybe song, but I would have feel like we
Yeah.
would have remembered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Question number 6 to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Caroline from Maine. Ria and Fran are up 2-0. Name 5 movies other than the High School Musical series that Zac Efron stars in.
Name
Neighbors.
5.
5.
Neighbors 2. And
Go ahead.
the friend. What's the Friends one? Like Your Friends or something?
What's the one where he like goes back in time?
10
He's
seconds.
Oh, 17 again.
17 again.
And then
5 seconds.
the wedding dates with like Aubrey Plaza.
Time is
I
up.
think it's all right, the wedding dates, Neighbors, Neighbor 1 and 2, and 17 again.
Let me-
Missing one.
Did you say 4 or 5?
I said 5. That was, yeah.
Oh,
All right, to you guys.
I just want to say your countdown is getting faster and faster.
No,
you
it's
went
not.
10 seconds,
Feels like it.
5 seconds. Like there was like a pause. 17 again.
17 again.
Charlie St. Cloud. It's when he started.
Oh,
Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa. Neighbors.
Neighbors. Mike and Dave.
Mike
need
and
wedding
yeah,
dates.
Yeah.
Correct.
that's it. Dang.
I don't know why Charlie St. Cloud was one that popped in my head immediately.
Dirty
but I've
Grandpa's
watched
such
that
a funny
bunch
movie.
Of times.
All right, 3-0. Ria and Fran.
Wait, is Aubrey Plaza in Dirty Grandpa and Mike and Dave Need Wedding
Yeah.
Dates with Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's the one he
That
also
just hit me.
He also did an Oscar Wilde movie like that I liked as well. I forget what the name of that was.
I have the lucky one.
the lucky
Hairspray.
one.
Oh, Hairspray.
Baywatch.
How did we forget about Hairspray?
God, I'm
Greatest
so
Showman,
sorry, Nikki
yeah.
Blonsky.
Yeah, we love Hairspray.
Greatest Showman? Oh,
Fran, that's your favorite movie.
I know, but those are like ensemble casts.
yeah.
He's
All
not
right.
like.
He's not the star.
Yeah.
He was the star of Hairspray, though.
3-0. Question number 7. Shout out Megan from Pittsburgh. This is to Ria and Fran. Name in order from most to least episodes these TV shows. Yeah.
Oh my god.
How I Met Your Mother, 30 Rock, The Office, Parks and Recreation.
I don't love these questions.
Neither do I.
How I Met Your Mother had a lot of 30 Rock. I think 30 Rock might be the least. Office,
15.
Parks and Rec. I would maybe go Office, Parks and
5 seconds.
Office, How I Met Your Mother, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock.
Sure.
Office, How I Met Your Mother, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock.
Incorrect.
Shocking.
I think 30 Rock is last too.
I think Office first.
She did Office.
What about Office, Parks and Rec?
How I Met Your Mother, 30 Rock, Office, Parks and Rec. Yeah. So yeah.
Final answer.
Okay. Office, Park and Rec, How I Met Your Mother, 30 Rock.
Incorrect.
Oh my God, that's what I would have said if I had another shot
Correct
at it.
answer is How I Met Your Mother 1,
Damn it.
208 episodes. 2, The Office, 201 episodes.
Oh, 7 episodes?
3, 30 Rock, 139, and Parks and Rec last with 126.
Oh,
30
shoot.
Rock more than Parks and Rec. Wow. All right.
Wow.
Learn something new every day.
All right, still 3-0, Ria and Fran, and this question's to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Jen from Chicago. What season of Grey's Anatomy does the infamous plane crash happen?
I'm pretty sure it's
Not our
8.
question.
You don't know, right, Nikki?
Not our question.
Actually, I have multiple choice. A, season 5, B, season 6, C, season 7, D, season 8.
So just 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's
It narrows it
8.
down. I mean, there's a billion seasons.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 8. Final answer.
Correct.
Oh, thank God.
Job, Sarah.
8.
Putting us on the board.
All right, 3-1 now, Ria and Fran. Number 9, shout out Caroline from Long Island again. In the movie John Tucker Must Die, when John asked Kate to be his girlfriend, who is Brittany Snow, what does he give her when he asks?
A watch.
Correct.
See this? See this? That's what he does.
I'm
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 4-1 now, Ria and Fran. This next one is to Sarah and Nikki. I'm gonna play a clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
How about a smoothie? What's in that?
Smoothie's a juice drink. We want coffee.
Buddy, relax.
No, you relax. I'm a regular here. This line needs to move.
I beg your pardon. Do you have scones?
Tall, non-fat, double latte.
Sir, you're at the back of the line.
I recognize that.
Cut it out or you're out of here.
You can't kick me out.
You know what? You're really invading my ear space.
Look, I'm a frequent coffee drinker. I'm part of the club. I have a card.
Do you know?
Go for it.
Is it Kicking and Screaming, or is that like too old?
That's
It's
what
Will
came to
Ferrell.
my mind.
Okay, it's Will Ferrell, but like that's like, is that too old? Is when he's because he was the coach and then he started yelling at people in town.
Yeah.
Okay, Kicking and Screaming.
Correct.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I thought the buddy, when he called him buddy, might throw you off,
Yeah, no.
but he wouldn't be yelling in the
No.
elf. All right, 4-2 now. Ria and Fran. Question number 11. Shout out Taylor from Lincoln, Nebraska. It's to Ria and Fran. What role does Jason Sudeikis play in Olivia Wilde's directorial debut, Booksmart?
Is he in the movie?
I've watched Booksmart, but
I've also watched Booksmart, but I've only watched it one time. What role does he play is the way you worded that
Yes.
question.
What does he play, like a teacher or something? Coach?
I don't know. What role does he play? Is this like a trick question? Like, was he like a executive producer or something?
No, I don't
5
think he would do
seconds.
that.
Okay, well, I have no idea. Go with
Teacher.
teacher, librarian.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would. The same. Did you see it? Oh shoot. I know. I feel like role was a trick question too.
Yeah, like is he like
It's not a part. It's like, let's just, if he wasn't a teacher, let's go a writer.
sure.
Final answer?
Writer.
Incorrect. He played the Principal Brown.
Oh,
Oh.
That is so close to teacher.
So close. Phenomenally close to teacher.
Ugh.
All right. Question number 12 now. Still 4-2, Ria and Fran. And this one is to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Kathy from the UK.
Ooh.
What was the name of Leighton Meester's character in Entourage?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know this.
I haven't seen Entourage in a long time, and I know Ria's gonna know the answer.
Oh, I don't know.
I
15
can't
seconds.
even think.
What was her role?
Let's just say a random name that could be on Entourage.
5 seconds.
Go for it.
Cecilia.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Justine Chapman?
That is it, yeah.
Correct.
I didn't know it, but when you said, like, as it came out of your mouth, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right, 5-2 now. Nikki and Sarah are going to have
she's
to
a
get
singer, right?
the next
Like she's
three
like
right.
yeah. Virgin. Yep.
Nikki and Sarah are going to have to get the last 3 right to tie this up.
Let's go.
This is our question, though?
This is to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the win.
Shout out Rose from Grand Rapids, Michigan. In High School Musical 2, what is the name of the country club that the movie takes place in?
Uh-oh. Shit. Here at, I'm just picturing the guy at who runs the place. Here at blah, blah, blah. Springs? Something Springs? Is that ringing a bell?
10 seconds.
Fuck. Oh, this is gonna kill me.
3.
Fuck. Desert Springs? That's two separate things.
All right, time's up.
We don't have
We don't have it.
No.
That
shit
is killing me.
Yeah.
Do you know, Nikki?
Maybe I'm not even close to being right.
Desert and Spring.
No, it's not a club. It's like the inn.
Really?
Or is it?
10 seconds.
Coral Springs. Arizona. Where are they? New Mexico? Albuquerque?
3.
Albuquerque Springs?
Incorrect. It's Lava Springs.
Lava Springs. Shit.
That sounds
halfway
so
there, man.
Although you did just win by them getting it wrong.
Yes, that's a default, but I'll take it.
All right, question number 14, and this is to Sarah and Nikki. Shout out Monica from Vancouver. Which of these shows has Austin Butler not guest starred in? A. iCarly, B. Wizards of Waverly Place, C. Jonas, D. Corey in the House.
I feel like he was definitely in iCarly and Corey in the House.
I've never seen Jonas, honestly.
Boy, Nikki, are you missing out on the masterpiece that is Jonas?
And what was the second one? Wizards. I'm gonna guess Jonas. What would you say? Yeah.
Sure, just because I haven't seen it.
Okay, Jonas.
Incorrect.
Wizards. He was on Jonas. I don't think he was on Wizards.
Yeah, I think it's Wizards.
Dang.
Wizards.
Incorrect.
Oh no.
Corey in the House.
Corey in the House.
I really pictured him on Corey in the House.
He would be in the house.
No, it's because that blonde kid's on Corey in the House. That's why I'm thinking that.
Jason Dooley.
Yeah.
Question.
See, we would have missed that question.
Yeah. All right, last question. Shout out Bex from New York City. In Sex and this is to Ria and Fran. Mm-hmm. In Sex and the City, Carrie gave Big an engraved watch for their anniversary. What did the engraving say on the back? A. Everything ever. Oh wait. Okay, sorry. There's like typos in this. Everything ever mine, ever ours. B. Their wedding anniversary. C. Me and you, just us two. D. You're the one.
I have no idea. I'm not great with Sex.
I'm gonna go C.
Me and you, just that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
I feel like that was that. He would always like me and you, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Final
would
score
never be
6-2.
their wedding date.
Yeah.
6-2. Ria and Fran win.
Wow.
Another W.
I actually was rooting for you too.
Hot start. You guys were great. You guys were great.
You guys were awesome.
Thank you so much for popping on and playing with us. We love chatting with you guys. You guys are both awesome, and we hope next time we're in Boston soon, as you know, maybe we'll do some more shows. So maybe we'll see each other.
Yeah.
I hope so. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys.
We have a great interview with Kyle and Carl from Summer House, gearing up for tonight's season 6 premiere. So listen to the interview, relax, maybe put it on right before Summer House comes on if you want to do that, and crack open a nice Coors Light. Have a moment to yourself. Relax. It's the start to a new week, and you want to make sure that you're going in with the right headspace. You're feeling good. You're feeling relaxed. Right now, feel like you're always kind of on the go, moving. You need a moment to chill, a moment to unwind. That's why you have to reach for the beer that is made to chill. Coors Light, official beer of Chicks in the Office. We love our Coors Light. Our moments when we are unwinding, relaxing. We're in playoff football. So for me, you sit down, you relax, you drink a Coors Light. It did not help for the Eagles. I don't really want to talk about that. I just had to throw that in there, but it could work both ways. Coors Light, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is cold. That's when it is time to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies, perfect for a moment to unwind. So when you need a second, sit back, relax, watch your favorite TV show, watch basketball, football, whatever it is. Read a book. You could always do it with the nice cold Coors Light. So that's why Coors Light is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly. It's coming from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We have Kyle and Carl from Summer House joining us. We've been wanting you guys on this show for a while now. We are big Summer House fans, so welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, you're both in Loverboy sweatshirts, the same exact one.
Look at the back. It says "Summer should be fun."
So cute. Ooh, did you?
That's Kyle's favorite quote of all time.
Did you plan to wear the exact same outfit here, or was this a coincidence?
This is pretty common before we do anything. I'll text him before. We'll have a conversation. What are you wearing, dude? And then we kind of go from there.
Often, we've done a couple of trips where we launch a new city for Loverboy, and we just happen to put the same stuff in the bag.
Yeah.
So then we're like, do we just embrace it? Yeah. Do we wear it on the same day?
I like it's cream, not white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda would know the color, but I'm going with cream.
And it's very soft. So
looks very soft.
We're total.
It's nice. It's
nice.
It's a nice way.
I mean, best friends like to match, so we almost got the lighter jeans on too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the jeans are pretty much the
I gave
same.
him those.
You guys are wearing the same exact outfit. Maybe you guys could give us some sweatshirts too one day so we can match.
We could work it out.
Thank you.
Similar
so
but
much.
different shoes. I thought maybe different
I
colors,
wore
but
the
they're
Air Force Ones. Actually, so.
they're similar.
Kyle is going out on a limb though. These are new for him. Amanda's been stepping up his shoe game.
Yeah,
so.
Nice.
I've just been recycling the entire pandemic, and then she just had 13 Nike boxes show up one day, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Just these are for you. Yeah. You need a change.
Narrow it down.
I was like, babe, your shoe game, tough.
Yeah.
I know. I'm all right.
Help you out. All right, so when this airs, it's Monday. It's January 17th. Summer House is going to be back, season 6. The previews, the trailers, every clip we've been seeing, fairly explosive.
Fairly
explosive.
Like a bad case of diarrhea.
Yeah.
Which is every season, to be honest. I feel like
but
every
this
time
one
we get a
feels
trailer,
more.
every time we get a trailer, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so locked in. It's every summer, guys.
This trailer was definitely
this
the
trailer.
most
I don't know what it is, but night ones for me, and I say ones because this is maybe there's only one season. I think season 5 where I didn't have a big first night
meltdown.
Yeah, I think it's just there's pent up energy.
Right.
You're kind of covering some ground with a lot of people in the house, but throwing some stuff up. But no, I think
you didn't get the room you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, whatever the case is,
that first night there's a lot of emotions.
Yeah,
I think there's people maybe have too much to drink or have a lot to say because they haven't seen each other.
Right.
I'll often forget to actually have a meal. Because I'm just so caught up in the moment.
Right.
But the trailers are nuts because when you see it come out, there's scenes and things that happen and I wasn't there for. So we're kind of experiencing it as you guys are and kind of going, holy, I was texting other people on the side going what was that? I didn't see that, So it's exciting for us too.
Yeah, but on night 1, you guys are there's so much pent up stuff, Aren't you guys hanging out before that? You guys are all friends.
Not as much. I mean, we're working so much that quite frankly, a combination of the pandemic and just how fast Loverboy kind of took off and we've been expanding, haven't really had that much time to most of the people in the house, like if they were in the winter house, for example, I've maybe seen them like once or twice since we wrapped that. So I mean, like, yeah, like March, April, May, June. I mean, we were just like laser focused going from 5 states to 19. So I mean, we were in Chicago, we were in.
Yeah, I mean, we were busy doing our Loverboy thing.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, some of us see each other, but it is hard to get everybody together. I mean, we've done it like this summer. We went to a Kygo concert, which was not filmed, but it was an amazing Sunday. And like all of us together, like we needed like a security guard because like it's too much. Almost, you know what I mean? Like we want to have fun, but we also like don't want to be harassed the whole time. So getting 12 of us hanging out all the time is like, it's really hard. It's like the Wu-Tang Clan going around.
Yeah. Carl, how did you feel? Because you weren't on Winter House, so you took a little bit of a break when all of these guys they had that reality TV fix, I guess you can call it, whatever you want to call it. So you got a little bit more time not on TV. So how did it feel coming back with them all for Summer House? Like, did you feel like you were left, like there was a lot of stuff you missed?
I felt a little left out. But you know, it was a good decision for me personally to not be a part of that. I needed some time.
I mean, it was a shit show. It wasn't a Winter House. It was a shit show.
So watching some of the episodes, I was like, thank God I didn't go. But I had FOMO. I mean, it was the first time I saw Kyle and Lindsay and Amanda filming without me. I mean, we've been doing this since 2016. So seeing them in the Winter House, like I was like,
new friends.
I was jealous. But when I got to the house the first weekend, last summer, I like felt a little like Vermont click going on.
Right.
There was a tiny like inside jokes. There was like maple syrup stuff going on. I wasn't privy to.
But they probably missed you too, though. I'm sure you felt that in some way.
I 100% felt like the love of people wanting me there. I mean, I FaceTimed Lindsay, Kyle, and I talked before they went to the house, and
he was helping like hold down the business. Like if both of us pieced out,
right,
and Amanda, you know, that's
but I was excited. I mean, we got to see some new faces on Winter House, which you ultimately see on this season of our show.
How do you guys feel about the new faces? Because obviously you guys have been doing this from the beginning. You guys are actually friends, and then they bring in some new people that you guys maybe don't know. There's some connection in some way. How do you adjust to that? And how do you know when you can trust them, really?
I mean, I think over the years, there's certainly some hits and some misses. But I think it's always exciting. I mean, like long before we were filming a show, we were doing this. I mean, there's never a summer where you have like the same exact crew. In fact, sometimes there's not even a weekend with the same exact crew. It just depends on who's coming, who's going. And so I think it spices things up. And when they also happen to like fit in and I always drop like a business term, like add value.
I got called out for saying add value yesterday on the interview.
I called Amanda a value add one time. And everyone's like, that's not appropriate. But I mean, I don't know what you think.
I like I mean, for me, kind of that first summer, I mean, Kyle and I were friendly, but we weren't where we are now as best friends. I was kind of the outsider a little bit, and being the new guy was harder, so I've always liked the new people coming in because I feel like I can kind of take them under our ropes. But I think this season was great because the faces that came in actually brought a lot to the table. Sometimes in the past, like Kyle mentioned, we've had a few that, listen, when you walk in the house for the first time, there's a lot going on, and some people either thrive in that and open up and be vulnerable, or some go to the room and hide. And we've had some of those in the past, but I think the newbies have brought something to the table, and they're open and they have fun. So it's not just all Kyle and Carl screwing up.
Who do you guys think has fit in the most and like most organically throughout the years coming in?
I mean, Paige has been a pretty damn good organic
from
fit.
the outside. Paige, Paige.
But like also,
Paige and I'd say Luke too. Like Luke, he's a guy that I just had like some mutual friends with, and like we kind of linked up before that summer. I at the end of the day, I want to hang out with people that I actually want to spend time with. Like we basically at this point we give away our summer. Like we're not in control because it's just too big of a production. Can't it's not as easy to like escape and go on a family reunion or go to all the weddings that you're invited to. I mean, I miss some of my I was in wedding parties that I couldn't go to. So if that's going to be the case, I'd like to be spending it with people that I actually enjoy. And I think, look, there's plenty of other shows, not just on Bravo, but elsewhere, where that doesn't have to be the case. Like literally like the old school Real World, you almost looked at the casting as if it was like designed to pin one up against one another. Like there's, the douchebag, there's the racist, there's the, whatever it might be. And I think that's what kind of made our show special. And it's probably taken a little more time to kind of catch on, to hit its stride, because we weren't like this overly casted show from the get-go. We were friends.
That's actually what brought me into watching it. I did not watch when it was first on, like from the beginning, but I think it was last year, right? The beginning of last year, I started binge watching. I couldn't stop.
Beginning of beginning of COVID, you watched all the seasons and you were like, Fran, you gotta watch all of them.
I was like,
Now,
I'm
you watched other
telling
Bravo
you.
shows before that?
Yeah.
Yes.
What were your go-to Bravo shows?
Like Vanderpump Rules, Real Housewives.
I started with Pump and then went
Don't
into
worry, like no
Housewives.
Southern Charm or
And then
anything.
That's fine.
No, I watched Southern Charm now, but
We
I
like
will
our
say,
charmers.
I will say I had like almost, I don't know if resentment is the right word, but like it was so funny because I was like, I like my reality TV, or I thought I did, kind of out of my world, like I could not see myself in that situation.
Right.
And like living in New York and having my friends who do the share houses in the Hamptons, I was like, these guys, these could just be my friends.
That's exactly why I did like it, because I was
know.
like, wow, I could see myself. It's like if we just were all on TV.
Yeah, that's what was so appealing.
And that's
from
when
the
it
beginning.
changed. And I was like, you're so right. This shit is so good.
Well, I would say from the beginning, that was what was appealing of doing it. I mean, I wouldn't have done it had it been 8 random strangers in Montauk. It was Kyle who I knew, and I knew some of the others.
8 random Guidos.
It was like, it was a group of friends that it seemed like at the end of the day, even if we had, wasn't giving the camera what they wanted, we still liked being around each other.
Yeah.
I also think what makes our show extra special, because we do film straight through the weekend and you've got surveillance, you don't have time to like get in your own head and start scripting yourself. I mean, whenever you watch something on another show and it feels a little forced, it's probably not because of the producers. It's probably because someone got in their own head. And when that happens on our show, that's usually like a recipe for disaster, in my opinion, because you're no longer being organic or in the moment, and it shows and it sticks out like a sore thumb.
You can't hide in the summer house.
Yeah.
Like you said, the surveillance cameras everywhere. I mean,
Right.
I've blown away by what the surveillance picks up, and that's, I think, the best part of the show.
Everything. Yeah. What about the weekends? You said you film straight through the weekends. Now, if you guys want to go to dinner, you want to go out, how is that planned? Does it have to be approved? Like, what's the rundown of how your weekends go?
We kind of know going into the weekend key things going on. Obviously, the birthdays are big pillars of the summer. His, Lindsay's, Amanda's birthday. Also the holidays are big. 4th of July. So we kind of know ahead of time what those weekends are looking like. But then also what, the weather's going to be, or what else is going on in the Hamptons. So
we basically have to have like a backup if it does pour, right? So basically,
that's so
producers
true. I guess
are kind
I
of
never even thought about that. Like,
they
what
kind
are
of
the
know
days
going
where it's
into the
just,
weekend like a
thunderstorming?
framework. We know what we're kind of up to, and we drive this. I mean, if our group of friends wants to go to Southampton Social Friday night and it makes sense, we're going to go there. If we can work it out from the cameras and
you
they're
can't
okay
be,
with
how
it.
do they bring the
you can't be
cameras into
completely
that?
spontaneous in terms of where we go, because there's film permits.
Yeah.
And there's a big crew that like helps actually get there in advance and set up additional lighting if it's dark, blah blah blah. So but it's cool in the sense that like this is kind of what we normally would be doing, and but then there's also aspects where maybe I wouldn't normally go there or do this activity, but like we've been doing it so long, we have to keep kind of changing. You have to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like we went paintballing last year. It didn't make the episode, but like, do you go paintballing on the weekends in the Hamptons? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Probably go, doing other things. But to make our show interesting, we're
or like when they
to
make the girls do like a stand-up paddleboard yoga session at like 11 a.m. when they're hungover. Probably not what they would normally be doing.
What about when you guys go to dinner and you go out? Is it like, because obviously the cameras are around you, but once you get the drinks in you, is that kind of when you forget the cameras are on you? Like, because I feel like, I don't know, obviously we've never been on reality TV. How do you just truly be yourself without
it helps to have each other. Like,
Yeah.
I always look at, like, when I'm talking to Kyle, I'm talking to him and trying to really, like, engage, but sometimes our bigger group dinners, I mean, the alcohol and the noise, it is challenging sometimes. So I think people end up getting drunker than you maybe would want to.
You get a little stressed out, even if it doesn't involve you, so you're like just nervously drinking, whether it's water or straight up vodka. Like, you're just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And espresso martinis are our dinner best friend.
But I think that, like, again, kind of going back to like, some of the OGs on the show, I think we're here because we don't get like, it's not like we turn anything on for camera. Like, we are who we are, and I actually just try to forget the cameras.
I think you're kind of the best at that, because there are plenty of times where I'm like, Kyle he's making the same move as every season,
like
and
this.
it's like,
I mean, he's hilarious.
The cameras are not changing it.
Yeah, my buddies that like, I haven't caught up with for years, maybe high school buds, are like, dude, you're literally the same guy. How is that possible? And I'm like, well, some of us aren't growing up as fast.
Well, I would say that like this year for me, I was definitely more aware of the camera because I wasn't drinking. I've been sober for a year. I wanted to highlight that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
But this year I was in my head, like he's talking about, like those first couple dinners where I'm not drinking, but I'm friends with everybody, but I'm still like, oh shit, I can see him over there. They're now zooming in on this. Like, after a little bit, you kind of get used to and just like, screw it. Just have fun.
The Southern Charm guys are now heavily involved, right? Craig and Austin, you just can't really get rid of them. They're everywhere. Those guys are very entertaining. How do you guys think that they have fit in with your crowd?
I mean, so it all just kind of happened organically. Like, we had some connections completely off Bravo, right? But then the fact that we're all doing this in different parts of the country, in different shows, there's a certain bond because you go through this experience, which is not normal, to be honest. Like, you don't just record something and then 6 months later you watch it back and you have the whole world weigh in. Like, that brings people together. When they came, to my birthday, because they were all up in the Hamptons anyway, that was just purely organic. And then when it came time to like think through some fun additions to the Winter House, they were like the first guys I called. So, now the fact that, they're going to make some appearances in Summer House, I mean, now you just have like a complete blurring of the lines of which Bravo, I don't think they've ever really done that.
I don't think so either. No. And it's
smart. It did
it's
really
so
happen
smart.
Organically. Yeah. I mean, I actually met Shep before I was ever on Bravo.
Yeah.
And then even from our visits in the Hamptons with them, we would hang out with them off. I went to a golf trip in San Francisco with Shep and Austin for a week. Like,
I
no
feel like
cameras,
we saw
we're just
that
having
on
fun.
Social media a little bit.
So we built some bonds outside of these shows, but when I had the chance to, bring them out to the Hamptons this summer, like more the merrier. They're fun. Certainly, I'm sure it's going to bring some drama, which it did.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, of course.
And I feel like you're right, though, in the sense that, of course, that's going to bring people together. Like, you obviously want to have friends outside of this world that you guys live in, but it's also really nice to have friends that completely understand what you guys are going through. Because 100%. Sometimes, don't you, like, ever since you started the show, I'm sure some friendships that you had before, it's a little hard to keep up with, right?
100%. Yeah, I mean, some friendships are no longer, right?
Yeah, exactly, because they don't understand. It can go all different directions.
And I also think, I mean, we were just down in Charleston for Loverboy, and Shep came out along with the rest of them, but Shep pulls me aside. Shep pulls me aside. He's like,
picture. Remember, I literally sent the video to Ria of all of you guys watching football at the table, and I was like, I would fit in at that table.
Wait, who did you run into in the airport?
Sorry. Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, it was funny because I forget what season they're on with Southern Charm. I think it's 8.
Yeah.
And Shep pulls me aside. He's like, dude, I don't know how you've done it. And I'm like, what? He's like, be in a relationship on camera for 6 years.
Right.
He's like, dude, I have had it so easy because he and Taylor filmed, and he's just like, it's a whole other like animal. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a beast because it's like you are now there on like display. Right. And sometimes, when there's nothing to talk about, you're talking about the relationships with the couple, and it's like the low-hanging fruit that then turns into like a piñata.
Mm-hmm. And I think we see that maybe on this upcoming season a little bit. You guys are married now. So we know you're married, but
show them the ring, bro.
There it is.
Still on.
And we talked about this before you came in. The trailer, even though we know you guys are married, we're like, oh my God, are they not going to get married?
I mean, a trailer is going to make anything look over the top just because it's like the condensed version of what happened. But no, it's tough. I mean, Amanda and I have always kind of put it all out there, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, we don't go in saying we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to brush this under the rug. Like, we just kind of, are ourselves to a fault. And, I think it's tough. That first night was really tough. Like, it's one thing to like go through a pandemic with one another, but we also like are full-time Loverboy together. Mm-hmm. We have been trying to plan this damn wedding, and it kept on getting pushed back to more expensive, more stressful. And then, let's just be honest, like filming a show, like to Shep's point, it's another whole layer
you guys
of stress.
Double work
and they
together.
did 2 shows.
Yeah. Loverboy and Summer House.
Exactly. Like, there is no like work-life line or balance. And, not that I'm looking to make excuses for us, but like, that fight that everyone kind of will see on the first night. I mean, look, if everyone in the house wasn't talking about it, it probably would have not become such a big deal. I mean, we were just both like extreme and highly emotional and drunk in the moment, and I think I'm right and she thinks she's right. And
Yeah.
But like fast forward 6 hours later in a normal situation, we probably would have hugged it out. And
Well, I will say to their point though, I mean, Kyle and Amanda have been through a ton, and they open up so much for our show. And seriously, I don't think Summer House would be where it is without their evolution as a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure everybody that relates to our show watches Kyle and Amanda in their best and their worst and go, that's us too.
Yeah.
Even if, the fight that you'll see, like, it's a lot for.
Yeah, I mean, a clip just came out on Instagram of Amanda packing your bags, ready to send you out of the house.
I found the bag the next morning.
That's
so.
also a drunk move, though.
Oh,
for
it is.
sure.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
But I will say, I mean, like you said, they're present, they're married,
yeah,
and you'll see, which was one of my favorite things ever on our show. Obviously, their engagement on the boat was still one of the coolest moments. But marrying them at the end of the season, you'll see.
Yeah.
I don't care how it's going to show on the show. Like, it was an amazing day. It was literally the happiest for them. They were smiling. Families were happy. It was in Amanda's parents' backyard. It was an amazing day. However it's going to play out.
Everyone we've asked about the wedding day, because Sierra's been here and Paige has been here, and so and they're like, oh my God, it was the best day ever. It was the most fun. Everyone was together. We had the best time ever. So it is like, it's watching the trailer.
It was just like the amount of planning. A backyard wedding sounds so like casual. It's actually the most complicated type of an event to throw because everything has to be rented.
What a stunning backyard though.
I mean it all came together and we had like the best time of our lives. But yeah, I mean we hit some serious bumps in the road leading up, and I just bring up some of the dynamics of our relationship because it's like it's not easy kind of going through what we went through, but people will be able to like watch it all.
Watching back with Amanda now, like, is that like when you guys are gonna watch this season?
She hasn't watched this episode.
She doesn't want. Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say, like, now, like, you're married. Like, what's the point of?
I mean, it's literally like the Band-Aid.
Reliving a lot of that.
Just skip past this.
It's tough, like, because you think about it. You film it, and then the next day, everyone's talking about it because you're filming a show. Nothing goes like not talked about, and then you're asked questions about it in interviews, and then the actual episode comes out. And then there's questions about that. We do things like this, and it's like,
we're talking about it right now.
I mean, when people react, like you react differently to how you were. Like I've seen things back and been like, wow, it's a total fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you feel horrible. Like the Band-Aid, it reopens things, but then when it's your relationship, like, I mean, she watches it. She hasn't seen it yet. He's seen it, and he's obviously feeling it about it. So it's really hard on couples, and I think they're doing a great job of navigating it. I'm trying to be positive here.
Yeah, no, I think so. I don't know you guys, but I think that you guys seem like a very strong couple, and that you guys have made it this far. That I'm like, they can really get through anything. These two.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we've kind of been put through the ringer, like that's, and what we kind of gone through together, particularly with the show dynamic, is not normal. Like nothing about it's normal, and we always like we kind of when we fall down, we like stand up, and I feel like we're stronger for it. And so. This was a crazy summer for us, but like,
well, you'll see some other relationship, go on this summer.
Oh,
too.
I mean,
so
look,
it's not just Kyle and Amanda.
Between Andrea, Paige, Craig, Sierra, Austin, like it's just there's so much, which is honestly very exciting because. As cliche as it is, yes, so much of reality TV is like relationship driven. Yeah. So when the hookups like aren't happening as much, it's like there just seems to be more friend like fighting. But this is like hookups, friends fighting, everybody combined together.
Drinks being thrown, which I'm very excited about.
Also, this was like the first time if you think about it, like Bravo shows usually only film like once a year, but the fact we did Winter House, it's like all this drama that kind of like went down. It just had a couple months in between the summer, and next thing you know, it just kind of like trailed over and kind of like leaked over into the summer.
We were so happy when like because we felt like Winter House took so long to be released. We were like, where the fuck is Winter House? And then now when that ended and it was only like not too much time before they were like Summer House coming January 17th.
This is the earliest it's ever been on TV. It's always been like either end of January or early February.
Almost right before, like by the time the season ends, you guys are like gearing up for another summer.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the season's going to end early May, so we'll have a short little break.
A little bit of time. Now, what's going on with you, Carl? Obviously, you and Lindsay are now talking openly about your relationship.
Yes,
which
we are together.
You guys are together.
Happy.
And it
Just
was,
as of like this morning.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the Us Weekly Instagram and was like, "Damn it, Carl, save it for us."
Tell us.
I
You're
know.
like, fuck.
I know.
But we saw it on. Obviously, you guys know Dumois. They posted like a couple weeks ago or whenever it was, maybe a month or so ago. They were like, "Oh, Lindsay and Carl spotted. Lindsay and Carl spotted."
Well,
You're sending
literally,
photos.
Lindsay came down with us to
yourself.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if people can't figure it out by now.
We were like,
Right.
well,
All the Instagram stories,
what's going on here?
holidays.
But I have always loved your relationship with Lindsay, even just as friends.
Yeah.
You know, your family loves her. She's so close with them. And that must feel good for you because I feel like your family liking who you're with is important,
It's
right?
huge.
Especially to you.
It's huge.
And just you guys have built this friendship for so long now that you have that base and now this relationship.
I mean, someone we have an incredible bond.
Mm-hmm.
And like Kyle mentioned, I mean, when you go through these experiences 6 years now in a row and 11, 12 weekends in a row over those 6 summers, I mean, you develop these incredible bonds. And Lindsay's been one outside of him that's been, you know, like just huge for me as a friend, as someone who looks out for me. But in the last, year, you know, in my sobriety and really taking better care of myself, I mean, thinking clearly.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Where I'm going with my life is different than I thought in 2 years, 2 years ago. Sorry. And she's just been like right there lockstep with me. And I would say right around his wedding, you know, like you'll see this season, I mean, I did date someone else for a little bit and struggling a little bit to kind of open up more. And the awkwardness around sober dating is real. And I'm a confident guy, but like it's different.
Yeah.
So struggles a little bit with that. But then, you know, was kind of deciding, should I be dating before I'm a year sober? Is this the right time? But, you know, things with Lindsay, we know each other so well. Our connection's incredible. After, you know, his wedding, there was definitely some feels and vibes. I was fighting it a little bit internally because I'm like, this is scary as hell dating your best friend. And we tried it a couple years ago.
I was gonna say, and it's something that
But
you
I-
have tried.
But we weren't, back then, I don't think we were in the right headspace.
I said this morning because I was doing an interview and I was like, because Amanda was like, yeah, they gave it a go a couple years ago. I'm like, I won't even call that a go because you guys were both. There was just too much going on.
Yeah, it was different.
You guys weren't on the same page, like at all.
But the timing is everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I obviously am just a huge fan of her. I've always been a support of her. But, like, now that it's gotten more romantic, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we're so fucking happy. And we have an incredible friendship. And that's where it starts. But the respect is there.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes, I don't know, like, younger relationships, it's like the lack of respect can be there. And, like, we really, like, look out for each other.
Carl literally.
It's a team. And I love that.
That makes me really happy.
I hope you don't, not mad if I say this, but, like, some of the challenges when, like, he's a good looking guy, he's on a TV show, and you wind up, you know, dating some women that have the wrong intention. So, like, I saw him, like, dating this one chick, and then it turns out she was, like, secretly, like, was it TikTok, Snap?
Yeah,
like
TikTok.
documenting her hookups with him.
You got to look out for that.
It's like,
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like
But
how
like, why
really
would you
people
ever think that that's like?
No, but that's how you have to think. Like I even tell the guys here
no,
sometimes.
but
I'm
like,
you guys
you
gotta
can't
watch
live your
out.
life
Like,
that paranoid. Like that
Well,
sucks.
I just was
no, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Because
Just adds a whole other
unfortunately, some
level
people
of-
Yeah.
act that way.
Well, and they do, and I think on our show, because we are just, we're pretty regular dudes. Like, yeah, we're fun, we're social, we work hard, but like we're pretty regular guys or hold ourselves that way. So when people kind of maybe see me out and like see me as like an opportunity or like I could get something out of him because I'm with him, like I've had a wall up over a while. And honestly, I used to drink and get really drunk because I hated that. It would help me overcome like that girl probably talking to me just because of who I am versus like getting to know me for me.
And it's like you're a humble guy, so you're not thinking to yourself, "Oh my God, these girls are talking to me for this way." But in reality,
they are.
They are.
They are.
Like
So it's
not all
but
of them.
things happen
but
for a reason. So like Carl, around that same time, like he's trying to like figure out which building to move into. This was like what, fall of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh right, you guys moved.
And he ends up
together.
moving
Yeah,
into
yeah, yeah.
Lindsay's building, and I'm like, there are a lot of buildings in
There's
New
a
York
lot
City.
of buildings in
He
Manhattan.
did actually say that verbatim. He goes, dude, there's a lot of buildings in New York City.
I'm like, how is this?
But
I'm like, what?
I feel like I can tell how happy you are though, and like you said, thinking clearly, like that must feel. How different do you feel now that it's been a year? Like, is it just a whole new world?
It's a whole new world for me. I mean, you guys have seen some of my behavior on the show, and that was happening a lot more even off camera. And you know, after losing my brother last year, it just put everything in perspective. Now, it didn't hit me overnight to like get sober, but it's something I've been wanting to do prior to him passing. So it just was time for me. I'm going to be 37 in 2 weeks. What do I stand for as a person, as a man? Like, what do I want in this life? And I've got an incredible business that we're helping Kyle and Amanda run, and my own personal story is continuing to grow. Like, let's double down on that and like take better care of myself. And just each day, I take it one day at a time. But 369 days later, here I am. And
69.
Really good. Yeah. It is. Or 370 days. I knew you like 69. But yeah, I mean, listen, I feel
good one, Kyle.
the clear-headedness. I'm focused at work. My energy levels are through the roof. I'm communicating better. I'm more authentic to me. Like Carl's a little more calm and composed. I'm not, I'm certainly have my moments, but like I'm not this gregarious, like crazy asshole like that people might think I am sometimes. And like it's nice to be more balanced. I don't have the high highs. I don't have the low lows.
Yeah.
Well,
as much as you may think people think that about you, I do not.
Well, it's like there's always that.
You've been Ria's favorite since the beginning.
I've always been like, Carl seems like a great guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's always that. Like, I don't know. It's like a coach thing or like a restaurant thing. Like you could have 100 happy customers. It's the one customer who says my soup wasn't hot enough that fucked up your night. And
right. And that's what you think about.
I'm like that. I will randomly in the past have seen comments from a variety of things. I get DMs through the roof. I've gotten emails, and trust me, I won't even say what those have said.
Yeah.
But we take a beating sometimes, and I take that to heart. And unfortunately, I would drink and do drugs sometimes to kind of overcome that guy probably thinks I'm a dick because of what I did last night on the show. But I've worked on that, and I think a lot of experience comes with growth.
Yeah, he's come like so far, and it's just funny, like just in terms of our dynamic, we do work together, and I literally was doing like a year-end review with my COO and Carl, and I mean that just kind of speaks to just like how crazy, complicated, and multifaceted our relationship is. But I just was like, just so proud because he's made so much personal growth, but now that he's so clear-headed and laser focused, he's been able to truly come in and step in as VP of sales, and like now I just feel so comfortable and confident handing over the reins to him when I can't do something. And it's just like it's just been amazing just seeing him kind of like grow into this new version of himself. Better version.
I love the way you guys talk about each other.
It is really nice.
Like it's really nice. You talking
so
about
nice.
like it's just sometimes you don't see that with best friends, they just shit on each other, whatever, it's fun. But the way that you talked about his relationship, so respectful and nice, and the way you're talking about him, I'm gonna like cry.
Well,
you're both
but again, it's that experience.
Answering a question and then
so
saying,
much.
well, to back him up, I'll just add.
You guys just have each other's back. You're like, I'm gonna back up his answer no matter what he says right now.
I don't know if it's like there's always a little more. There's more women on our show, just like most Bravo shows, than men. And there are some times where like he and I kind of would just be like, "Oh, is it your turn to take a beating?" Because that's just how. Not to say that it's like forced or planned, but like that's just like when I'm, hitting a stride. Maybe he's having a challenging time, and so we've both, in some cases, kind of bared that burden, I guess. Like it's like dramatic and it makes in some cases for good TV, but like you go through that, and then when you see someone else struggling through it, it's just like, damn man, like we've just always been there for one another, and like that's just like you can't. It's tough to like, again, like our relationship has many layers, and then I think it just continues, the more we do this and the more we work together, and
it's nice. What is the game plan for you and Lindsay now watching this season that's going to come out? Because like you said, you're dating somebody. She's got stuff going on too, it seems like. Yeah. So has that been discussed?
It's a great question. Trust me, I've thought about it. I mean, let's be honest, watching Winter House, I certainly saw it. But that was in the past. Yeah. Me and her weren't together then. And truthfully, I want what's best for her. Mm-hmm. And in the winter, that was best for her to have a good time and date around and see people, and also this summer. So I am protective in a way, though. So if guys are being rude or dicks, like obviously I'd be mad about that. But otherwise, she's an adult. She can have her fun. I'll be watching these episodes with her. So hopefully.
That's what you should do. You should watch it together. I know from personal experience.
I mean, every season there's been makeouts, there's been hookups.
Yeah.
I think we both are look at each other and know where we're at right now, and that's all that matters. Yeah, it's going to be a little awkward seeing some of the hooking up, but there's been a lot of other ones that
nothing you've never seen before.
And for me too, so
you guys both equally have it. So
we do.
That is a good
But it's
point.
been nice. I was going to say, like, what's been nice is this like little window, which is very uncommon for people like us in our on the Bravo, is to have a little bit of time to kind of let that relationship foster a little bit, grow into it, have that honeymoon phase a little bit, and without having everybody dig into your business, and that's been good for us.
That is nice, and you kind of get a whole extra time now when the show is on, but you're not filming.
Yeah, because like Kyle mentioned, like that first weekend, this season on our show, it's everybody's talking about Kyle and Amanda because they are obviously polarizing figures, but there is other things going on in the house. So I think sometimes when all that eyeballs are on you, it just feels like, fuck, why is everybody coming at us when you really are happy?
Yeah.
But we're making a TV show.
Oh, well,
too.
We are excited.
We are
for
so
all of
excited.
it.
Summer
Should be a
House.
great season.
Yeah, Summer House season 6 airs tonight. Bravo, 9 p.m. You don't want to miss it. What's the 2022 Loverboy mission statement?
We're going nationwide.
All right.
So our teas will be in every state by the end of this year. Mark my words.
Yeah.
Hopefully every state, but the big ones at the very least.
Backtrack.
We're gonna
Never mind.
at
Never
least
mind.
40 states.
Yeah.
You can still buy like our spritz and our cocktails online in almost every state. We're launching a Cosmo. So that's some. I've kind of let it out of the bags, but like,
So I didn't know you were going to tell people that.
it is. I mean, I think it might be our best creation yet. I've never ordered a Cosmo in my life. I had one. I'm like, oh my god, this is like the most like refreshing, delicious drink. I don't think guys order it because of Sex and the City.
It has a connotation to
But
it.
back in 2016, dudes holding rosé was kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Now
look at
rosé's everywhere.
So
All
we're
you
just
guys and your pink drinks.
we're hustling though. I mean, speaking of honeymoon, I just got off a mini moon literally last night because we haven't been able to take a single minute like of downtime because we've been working so hard. So that's the hope for Loverboy. Basically, a nationwide expansion and all this work pays off.
And we need those espresso martinis.
Those are coming in
and those
later in the year.
Yeah, those you can still buy them online, but like
we're
halfway
gonna
through
send you
this
some.
year,
Thank you very much.
You'll be able to find them in stores.
All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you guys so much for coming
Thank
in.
you.
It
Thanks
was
for
great
having
to
us.
have you guys.
Me too. Finally.
Yeah, I know. It's
And you guys will be back, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Hopefully next time you hear from us, we're both not dying a slow, painful death. We love you guys. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Not about The Bachelor because The Bachelor is not on tonight, but hopefully we'll have Trent on and we'll talk about something different with him.
Yes, and we do have a guest who is Bachelor related, so there will still be Bachelor discussion.
Yeah, we'll still have a little bit of Bachelor in Wednesday's episode.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys then. Love you. Make sure you subscribe everywhere.